Everybody, welcome back. Madden 21 Miami Dolphins Franchise. Coming off of our Super Bowl 59 loss, 27-20 against the Seahawks. Came down to the 1 yard line. Could have sent it to overtime. Unfortunately, we got stopped. Still, impressive season. Finished 12-4. Made it to the Super Bowl. Not the result that we were looking for. But the fact that we were able to get there, we have consistently been one of the better teams in the league. And we're heading into the offseason. We're going to take a look at the retirements. We're going to take a look at the players that we need to resign. We're going to look at free agency, the draft, if we have to hire any coaches, any of that stuff. We're going to get it all taken care of in this episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. So let's take a look at the retirees really quick. You got Adam Thielen, 12 years, Cameron Jordan, 14, Teron Armstead, 12, Trey Burton, Ryan Jensen, Darius Slay, Jordan Poyer, Akeem Hicks, Cameron Hayward, Malu, Stephon Gilmore, Mitchell Schwartz, Julio Jones, 14 years, Fletcher Cox, 13 years, two potential Hall of Famers right there. Lane Johnson could be a Hall of Famer. Havenstein, Gronkowski, 14 years, D Ford, Mike Pouncey, Kyle Van Noy retired, Sheldon Richardson, 12 years, Cole Beasley, Dante Hightower, Matthew Judon. He only played 9 years. Brandon Graham, a lot of really good players. Eric Fisher, Joel Casey, Kirk Cousins, Colin Kaepernick, Ron Harmon, Melvin Ingram, Earl Thomas retired, Alexander Johnson, Nick Foles, Alden Smith, Carl Nassib, Taysom Hill, 8 years. Robert Griffin, 13 years. It's crazy how time flies. William Golston, Le'Veon Bell, Duke Johnson, 10 years. And head coach John Gruden retires. So here we go with the re-signings. Obviously, some big name players here. Christian Wilkins, 2 years, 20 mil. Definitely want to get him re-signed. One of the better defensive tackles in the NFL. Let's bump this up. Let's bump it up to 6. Let's bump this up to 4.6. Let's offer him 21. Happy to sign. Beautiful. So we got Christian Wilkins back. Harris Ford, 3 years, 14. We don't really need him. He can go try and be a starter somewhere. Red Wine, Ian Thomas, Dylan Moses, obviously. We're going to want to. 3 years, 19 mil. Definitely going to want to lock him up. Let's get him for 3 mil signing bonus. Actually, let's do 3.1. Bump that up to 4. 21 mil. Good offer. Glad we got it done. Beautiful. Dylan Moses, welcome back. Matt Hawk, 1 year, 2.4. Ethan Pochik, 2 years, 11. Definitely want to get Chase on back. He had a very good season for us. Let's get him for 3.15. Happy to sign. Beautiful. Radun, starting left tackle. 2 years, 5 mil. Yeah, we could do that. Kick that up to 1.5. Good offer. Eric Flowers, honestly, I'm good letting him go. 1 year, 4 mil. It's too much. Too much. 1 year, 4 mil. Dante Stills. Kellen Mond. Let him walk. Landon Young. Raduns we re-signed. Ethan Pochik. Center. 2 years, 11 million. He has played very well for us. But I feel like we're going to be able to get somebody comparable or better. Thomas, Red One. And that leaves these two. They each want a 1 year deal. We do have people waiting in the wings. They're both 32 years old. I don't think they're going to go down that much. Byron Jones has played out of his mind, so I would definitely like to bring him back. Kick that up to 6 point. Let's get that up there. 14 mil. Play for a new team. All right, so he's gone. Xavier Howard. Let's get him 5, 7.5, 12. I think free agency. Okay, so unfortunately, both of them wanted significantly more money. I don't know what the franchise is. 1 year, 18 million. It's too much. It's too much. Unfortunately, the two cornerbacks, the two cornerstones of this franchise, both of them are choosing to walk away from the team. They're both 32 years old. They were both going to make north of 10 mil. But unfortunately, neither one of them want to stick around. Good luck to both of them. No hard feelings. Two team captains. Xavier Howard was a lifetime Dolphin. He's going to go off somewhere else. I'm sure they're both going to be able to be starters somewhere. Hopefully they put together awesome seasons. Good luck to both of these guys. Taking a look at the free agents, we have $100 million to be able to work with 517 that we could do for bonuses, anything like that. You can see Joe Mixon is sitting on top of the board at 97 overall. DeAndre Hopkins, he's got a few offers. Bakhtiari, Amari Cooper, Aaron Donald. Byron Jones right there. He has 13 offers. Good for him. Khalil Mack. Xavier Howard, 0 bids. That is interesting. Brandon Ayuk. Justin Simmons. Devontae Smith. James Bradbury. Amon-Ra St. Brown, who just won the Super Bowl. So taking a look real quick, we focused on the line and plugging in little holes that we had. Obviously, we had some holes in the offensive line. Ryan Kelly at center. We went ahead and offered him 1 year, 12 mil. He's looking for 1 year, 9.4, but Washington offered a little bit more, so we had to go over them. Nate Davis, we kind of threw some money at. He's only 28. He is really good. He was looking for 3 years, 31.7. Nobody offered him a contract. I did want to go a little bit over it, so we offered him 3 years, 32.6. Matt Hawk threw him a little bit extra, trying to get him back on the team. And Kerry Vincent Jr., just to kind of fill in a little bit. We just lost 2 cornerbacks, so we'll look in the draft, see what we get, but this is mostly depth, trying to bring him up. He's only 26. Offered him 2 years, 8 mil. As you guys can see, every single player that we offered a contract to has accepted. Hawk, Davis, Vincent, Kelly, all welcome to the Miami Dolphins. Looking to the brighter future, heading into the next season, solidifying the offensive line. We're going to take a look, see who went where as far as the league signings go. You can see here, Joe Mixon ended up going to Detroit. That's a very, very good pickup. I'm grateful that he left the AFC. He was always a challenge to go up against. DeAndre Hopkins went to the Rams. Bakhtiari went to Washington. Amari Cooper to San Francisco. Aaron Donald to Atlanta. So this is a lot of NFC teams getting the top tier guys. Byron Jones ends up going to the Broncos. Is a good signing for them. Khalil Mack ends up going to Arizona. Xavier Howard to the Colts. That was tough. Brandon Ayuk to the Bears. Justin Simmons, Chiefs. That's a good signing for them. Devontae Smith to the Texans. Bradbury to the Cowboys. Amon-Ra St. Brown to the Giants. Eddie Jackson, Vikings. Let's see if there's any. Kenny Golladay to the 49ers. BR to the Cowboys. Goldman to the Cowboys. Cowboys. There's Parker. Goes to the Texans. Shaquille Barrett to the Eagles. Will Fuller to Jacksonville. Primer to the Bengals. Jadeveon Clowney to the Vikings. Chandler Jones to the Chargers. Agba goes to the Bears. Harris Ford goes to the Colts, so he joins Xavier. Robert Tonyan to the Jags. Jared Goff goes to Tennessee. And now it's time for the 2025 NFL Draft. One of my favorite times to be able to build your team, get rookies, see who you could hit, the next X Factor, if there's anybody that's going to be a superstar coming out, stuff like that. With the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's see who they decide to take. Charles Cross. So really quick, take a look here. These are the top tier guys that are going to be in this draft. Some of them I did look at. Most of it was going to be for depth. So our draft board, these are the guys that I'm really looking at. We don't really need halfback. I just got them because of Con Brown grade. They kind of balled out a little bit, so I wanted to see how well they do. Tight end, you could always use a little bit of depth. Defensive line, you could use depth. There wasn't a whole lot, and part of the reason we used money in free agency, there wasn't a whole lot going on as far as offensive line goes. So as you can see, most of this is defense, which defense is our strong suit. So spending money in free agency for offense, I felt was a little bit more prudent. Halfback, whatever. If they're there, we don't really need anybody else. Defensive tackle, we could use. Outside linebackers, we could for sure use. And depth of cornerback, we can use. So I think most of this draft is just going to be best player available, trying to backfill some spots, see if we could hit on somebody that might potentially be a franchise player for us. With the second pick, the Atlanta Falcons take Myles Murphy. Very nice. 74 overall left end from Clemson. Carolina Panthers. Okay. We had him on the draft board. That's fine. Right end wasn't really a giant need. 74 overall. Good solid pick. With the fourth pick in the draft, the Detroit Lions are going to select Jordan Birch. Right end from South Carolina. 73 overall. The New York Jets now. This has a little bit of an impact on us. Fifth pick. They select Kayshon Boutte, wide receiver from LSU. 75 overall. That's really, really good. Los Angeles Rams, Paris Johnson Jr., left tackle from Ohio State. He's only a 70 overall. They're trying to get some help out there for the passing game. Not the greatest overall. Arizona Cardinals, Arik Gilbert, 74 overall tight end from LSU. Very nice pick. Gives Kyler Murray another weapon to be able to throw to. Eighth pick in the draft, the New England Patriots select Eli Ricks, cornerback LSU, 74 overall. The Houston Texans with the ninth pick, Baylor Cupp, a tight end from Texas A&M. Gives Deshaun Watson another weapon to be able to throw to. And with the 10th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Jalen Jones, cornerback from Texas A&M, 73 overall. Let's skip ahead to ours, see what we can get. So with our first pick, we are going to go ahead and take Akeem Dent, cornerback from Florida State, 6'1", 191. Man-to-man is his thing. Man coverage is his best attribute. It says B-. His combine report, 6.8. Obviously, stuff isn't really that great. He's not going to be strong. He's not going to be crazy fast, but BPA, projected second round. He's got first round talent. 29th in true value, drafted him at 31. So, hidden dev trait. He is flexing. 72 overall. 91 speed. Obviously, the coverage is going to be a little bit lacking. 69 awareness. We're not really looking for him to be a starter right away. It's going to be depth. So, we were able to backfill the two cornerback positions that we lost. Pretty big fan of this one. Welcome to the team, Akeem Dent. With our second pick in the draft, we are going to take Tuli Letuligasenoa. That was quite the tongue twister. 6'2", 311 pounds, 23 years old, run-stopping defensive tackle from Washington. 5.8 combine grade, not amazing. Unfortunately, there's not too much talent left in this draft. It was a pretty weak draft. We're only in the second round. He has an early third round grade, so it's close enough. Reached 70, 63. He is flexing. Hidden dev trait again, so that's the second one. He's only a 70 overall. 88 strength, 77 block shedding is pretty good. His moves definitely need work. He could tackle. He's got some acceleration. Overall, not terrible. I'm all right with that pick. With our third pick, we're going to do a little bit of a reach from what it looks like. 6'1", 205. He's going to have to put on some weight. He's a right outside linebacker. 23 years old, pass covering, right outside linebacker from Miami. We had to get one of our Miami boys. His stuff doesn't look off the chain. The combine report's pretty good, 6.6. Hit power, pursuit, zone coverage are his tops. Early fifth round talent. Projected as a reach, but we're going to go ahead and see. Oh yeah, big time reach. All right, 129, 95, 68 overall. Yeah, it's all right. Normal dev trait. 86 speed, 88 acceleration. He has some hit power. Coverage isn't great. He has some agility. An all right pick. With the fourth pick, we're going to get a little bit of tight end depth. 6'4", 249 pounds, 23 years old. Vertical, Receiving tight end from Michigan State, Trenton Gillison. His combine report looks pretty good. His numbers look pretty good. Catching traffic, spec catcher is tops. 5th round talent, picking him at the end of the 4th. We do need depth at the tight end position. 147, 127. Yeah, 68 overall. Not awful. 83 speed. 78 catch is pretty good. 85 acceleration. 76 catch and traffic. Obviously, his blocking is horrendous. Decent pick. He'll be depth. With our 5th pick in the draft, we're going to go ahead and take 6'2", 215-pound, 22-year-old left outside linebacker. He's a run stopper from Kansas. Gavin Potter. Combine report looks decent. He's not going to blow anybody out of the water. This is strictly depth, special teams. 131. All right. Hit a little bit on that one. Normal depth trait, 68 overall. 82 speed, 84 acceleration. Tackle 76, pretty good. 81 pursuit. Overall, not terrible. He'll be good, solid depth. So in this one, we're going to take Jay Ward. He's not going to start. He's got speed. He'll be decent on special teams. Just looking to fill out some depth. Might not even make it, but 6.8 combine report this late in the draft. It's intriguing. 192, drafted 191, so missed him by a spot. 67, man-to-man from LSU. 90 speed, 90 acceleration, agility. So he could actually be a kick returner for us too. So our final pick in this draft is going to be Kalen DeLoach, a pass covering right outside linebacker from Florida State. 6'5". He's got some speed. He does some stuff pretty well, so let's see if he'll be a little bit of depth. 231 out of 223. 66 overall. 84, 87 pursuit, strength. Yeah, special teams if he makes it. So looking back at the draft and the picks that we had, I do like our draft. It wasn't the sexiest thing in the world. There was no glaring weakness. It was mostly just trying to get depth, trying to get people to fill in for positions that are either going to come up in free agency or we lost them this last year. Cornerback obviously was a big one. We lost 2 of our best players on the team. So Akeem Dent, perfect fit. Defensive tackle, we only really had 2. So it's good to get some depth there. He looks like he's going to be pretty solid. Right outside linebacker, again, we need depth. We got to see if there's somebody that's going to start filling in and, take it to the next level, be the next superstar, be the next franchise player. Some of these later ones, we'll see. They're mostly going to be special teams kind of guys. Gillison, I'm actually kind of excited for. Being a tight end. Albert hasn't really taken the reins and taken that step forward. Gesicki has started the rebound. He's been playing very, very well. So it'll be fun to see how this team does going forward, how the draft and free agency shape our team. Coming off of I don't want to say it was disappointing. We made it further than the year before. We made it to the Super Bowl. And it's not the greatest thing to lose, especially the way that we did. 1 yard line, we end up losing the game. But it was a successful season. And we have really built a good dynasty down here in Miami. Losing Byron, losing Xavier, 2 giant holes. But we have players that are going to be able to step up. We have Hamilton, we have Noah, we have people that are going to be there. Us, Nas in the back, Jerome Baker. The defense is solid. So if there was ever a unit that would be able to lose those players, it's the defense. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this offseason episode. I always love the offseason, building the team, shaping them, seeing what we could do, if we're going to be better, worse going forward. Any of those little diamonds in the rough that we would be able to find and, discover and hopefully turn into the next great thing. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for watching. Next episode is going to be the start of the 6th season. We've won 2 Super Bowls so far. Desperately looking for that 3rd one. I thought once we got eliminated from that first one, won back-to-back Super Bowls, I thought this thing was going to be a wrap. I thought we were going to be the next New England Patriots. And 2 Super Bowls isn't anything to shake your head at, but I want more. I want that 3rd Super Bowl, and this is going to be the season to do it. So until we start week 1, see ya.